Hi there everyone, welcome to part 4 of tying spinner rigs. This time with the Longshank X, as Danny Febra has been using on a regular basis these days. And I use the D-rig kicker in the purple packet, the extra large one. But before we get there, let's do the boom. I cut roughly a 26 centimeter piece of 25-pound boom. And as always, I just cut the line at an angle so that it slides easier through the crimps. I use this 0.6 crimp and I slide the line through the barrel. I double it up and I slide it through the other end. And then I create my loop. Then I put it in the crimp tool, and I use the small of the crimp tool for the 0.6. The large is intended for the 0.7. I cut off the tag end. Now for the other end, again, I slide the line through the barrel. Then I add my spinner swivel, and you'll notice that again I have cut off the ring. And I slide it through. Now I just want to get the right length. Again, I go 7.5 inches. Nope, it's a little bit too big. So let me pull that smaller. Let me just see the length. I'm almost there. Now have a look at the small loop that I've created. I want that extra free movement created by the swivel. And I finish it off by crimping it like that. And I cut off the tag end. There we go. Now it's stretching it again. My choddy tool and my puller tool. And I give it 1, 2, and 3 pulls. And there you have a perfect boom section. The next part of this rig is quite important, because as Danny advised, you've got to just give that hook a little bit more of an angle. So all he does is he literally just give it a little bit more of a bend. There we go. The next part of this rig is to take the extra large D-rig kicker and get the micro swivel over the back end. And let me just get it in my hand. So I'm going to just manipulate it over like there. Just push it over with my nails. There we go. And it's over. Now I've got to cut off that front end and take my hook and slide it over the D-rig kicker. Sorry, let me just get it over there. There we go, like so. And now I've got to get, like with the other rigs, I've got to get that sharp part over the point of the hook. Now excuse the fact that I'm a lefty, but I'm going to do it this way for you. And then just slide it over. So we're basically sitting with a rig looking like that at this point. Now I've got to take my boom section that I've just created, and I've got to hook it on like there. And now I've got to slide everything down, and I'm going to use my crimping tool again on this side to give it a good grip. And now I've just got to work it over the eye of the hook. It's quite a job, so I might have to use my jacket to just get it over. Like there. Let me just get it nicely over, so I can show you exactly where that positioning must be. Right. Now I can move this back, and there we have it. That's the position of that kicker over this swivel. Now I've got to put the putty on. Like I said in previous clips, I do not fish without putty. Just cut it out there. It's a little bit flattened there. Just get the putty out there. There we go. So I mold the putty around the crimp like that, and I just shape it. And there we have it. The perfect D-rig without tying a D. Now comes the last part, and I've left the best for last. So many people have asked me to show them how to put a tiger nut with that piece of orange foam of mine on, and how do I present it. So let me show you quickly. I cut the tiger nut off like there. And also remember that this is a fairly large tiger nut. I don't mess around with small tiger nuts when it comes to this sort of presentation. And then I take my 6mm bait draw, and I just go down the center of the tiger nut, and I probably go in about 5 or 6 more, like that. You'll see there's a cavity in there. Now I take my orange foam, and this has been soaking in a very sweet solution for quite some time, and I cut it off. So it literally sits like that. It protrudes a little bit because I actually wanted to create a bit of an effect that it looks like a sighter as well. Then I just take the empty cutter and I just cut here and there. I just remove a bit of the tiger nut skin, like so. What it does, it actually releases a lot of the tiger nut's natural sugars, but it's also a place for me to put the outrageous orange on. But you can put any other flavor on. I just love to use the outrageous orange. And then I put the baiting needle through. Right? Now, we're almost done. Take my floss. And just slide this back so I create the right D. Put the floss through the swivel. And I put the bait onto the floss. You'll notice that I didn't fold it back like I do with all the other bait presentations. And I pull the tiger nut halfway into that swivel. Okay. Then I make a normal overhand knot. like so, and I pull it like there. I make another overhand knot up to there. Oops. And I take my stopper. Let me just grab the stopper here. Put the stopper inside that opening. Oops. Let me just show you better. There we go. And there we go. Now I just finish it off with an overhand knot. No, this knot doesn't want to work nicely today. There we go. And another overhand knot. And now I just cut off the tag ends. I burn it with a lighter. And there we have it. The bait is going to sit like that on the bottom. And before we go, let me show you what I do with my beloved outrageous orange. I just love this stuff. I'll put it on my porridge as well if I like, or if I can. It smells divine. So I just cover the bait and I just cover it like that. And that is it. Now for the tank test. And there you have my favorite presentation. Tiger nut, orange foam, outrageous orange, and then we've got the Longshank X with a D-rig kicker. Man, oh man, that's a fish catcher. Give it a try.